Well, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So Notre Dame versus Oregon State. What a victory, guys. What a win. What a game. What a victory. What a performance by the whole team. Um, just wasn't Steven Jelly. It was, you know, the whole team, worked together to win the game. And boy, was it good. Was it great to watch. Now, you guys don't know the final score is 40-8. Notre Dame ended up blowing out Oregon. Like I didn't expect this game to be a blowout necessarily or anything like that. I thought Oregon State would have some kind of a chance, you know. Um, but then it ended up being a blowout. So then that kind of got me like, um, it kind of got me. I was really happy to see. I was really happy to see it. And Jelly, of course, absolute. I think, okay, this is what I think. And Jelly, to me, should have played all season, hands down, in my opinion. Because if you really think about it, his quick decision making and all that, you know, that's what like a good quarterback is supposed to. That's the kind of ability that a good quarterback, is supposed to have, being able to make quick decisions and whatnot. Um, he's just an all around just great. He's just got way better. Now I understand there's gonna be a lot of people out there saying that um that they don't trust that he could be the starter and whatnot, which I mean I understand all that, but then again, I really don't I really don't agree. I don't agree with that because I just don't feel like we should be going in the portal for another QB, which we already got Riley Leonard in the portal. Um, I personally don't feel that we should do that, but Marcus Freeman may be doing something that we don't know. You know what I mean? And doing something that his way, you know, and maybe that's all it is. But I think personally that Angeli absolutely looked like a stud out there today. Like absolute stud. I mean, a 40-8 victory over an Oregon State team. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive because if you guys don't know, I understand they lost a lot of players. They lost their quarterback to Michigan State. You know, it's still impressive to me. It just is. Just the way Angeli was playing throughout the whole game, just the way he was playing. He was just poised. He was just calm and poised in the pocket. And then at times, he would obviously make quick decisions. You know, and that's something that we didn't see with Hartman. Like we didn't get to see enough. I don't feel like we got to see enough. Um, like he wasn't as quick as Steve Angeli to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if Stephen Angeli got the chance to, if he was able to play, if they let him play the whole season, which I've been saying this to everybody in Notre Dame Nation, this Facebook page I'm a part of. Everyone has been saying that Angeli needs to have a chance, you know, and I've been advocating for that, since the beginning of the season because I've seen. Not only do I see him improve, do I see a brand new, a whole different quarterback, but I see a quarterback that's willing to get better and better. You know what I mean? And this today it really showed. Um, Today it really showed. You know what I mean? And look, The only problem that I think Angeli has, personally, is probably clock management. Which clock management is probably the number one thing that he has a problem with, because you know, he would like either snap the ball too late, get a flag, get a delay a game, flag. I think he got a delay a game about maybe 4 times today, which that's not good, and that's something that he needs to work on. But if Angeli doesn't get to start next year, which probably more than likely won't, because obviously Riley Leonard is coming in. So Riley Leonard will obviously he's coming to Notre Dame to start, which I don't really like. I don't really like the decision personally, because again, I would much rather them develop their own quarterbacks and not go in the portal. This whole transfer portal thing, I think, ruined college football in a way, because now everybody is just, you know, they feel like they don't need to develop, their own players, so they go out in the transfer portal and get, the best QB. But in my eyes, that's the way. That's what good teams do, though. Like, you're supposed to develop your own quarterbacks. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just don't really agree with the decision. Maybe I'm freaking out a little too much. You know, maybe Riley Leonard is really good, and I just don't really know. But the reason why I don't like the transfer portal and just bringing Riley Leonard in general now is that we're probably going to have the same situation, that we had with Hartman, where he just comes, everyone overhypes him, and then all of a sudden it's another terrible season again or something, And I really didn't. I don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree. I don't agree with the decision again, because I feel like we need to develop our own quarterbacks. That's the number one thing. I feel like we need to develop our own quarterbacks, and that we need to learn how to develop our own, as opposed to get one in the transfer portal every year, because that's what good teams do. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? You're supposed to not only have them not have them just work out. I mean, that's a big part of it, strength and conditioning. But you actually gotta develop them and make them better players. You know what I mean? You can't just rely on the transfer portal. And I've been saying that. That's just my honest opinion. And maybe Freeman is doing it. Maybe he's doing it his way or whatever, and he just wants, which his way may be great. May turn out to be great. Maybe he's got something planned. Maybe he's, got something planned and we just don't really know. Maybe that's why he's bringing Riley Leonard. I don't know. I really don't know what the real reason is, but I heard that Riley Leonard may be, Riley Leonard obviously is coming to Notre Dame. We all know that's a fact. But the thing is, again, man, like Angeli, I feel like he has so much potential, and I could see it in the bowl game today. I could totally see it. Just the way he was calm and poised, just his overall quickness. He's a lot faster, I feel, than Hartman personally. Like his hands and arms, even though he is a Brian Kelly recruit, he still could be like a stud, especially next year. Because imagine how good he is, how good he was. And that's another thing too. Like, imagine if he got to play in the beginning of the season, if he got to play throughout the whole season. Well, A lot of people would be like, well, we would have lost more games and would have been another bad season and this and that. I don't think so. I really don't think so. You know what I mean? I really do think that if Angeli got the chance to play during the season, we would be in the playoffs. Like, hands down, we would be in the playoffs. We wouldn't be in the situation that we got in, you know? We probably wouldn't have lost to Ohio State the way we did. Well, I mean, that really depends, but I guess it depends on, you know, how many touchdowns we would have had. Obviously, because, you know, at the end of that game, there was the decision making, you know, the bad coaching at the end. But, I mean, I personally think we would have made the playoffs if Angeli would have got a chance, like the whole time. Personally, that's just my honest opinion. I think that him getting, I think that him, you know, being able to play throughout the whole season we would have definitely been in the playoff, like no question about it. You know what I mean? I mean, you could just see it, just the way his quick decision making, as I was saying. All that, everything that a good quarterback is supposed to have. You know what I mean? And obviously being able to scramble as well. Like, he's got it all, man. He's got it in my eyes. And a lot of people just don't really believe that, but I think he's got it. I think that he should have got a shot all along, personally. Because again, he just looks great. Like, he just looks so much better than he did. But that's just my honest opinion. And a lot of people got their own opinions about the whole situation. A lot of people feel like, you know, that we don't need to start him because, you know, people don't trust him to be the starter yet and all that. You know, I really do. I trust him 100% because he gotten so much better, you know, in my eyes. Since I seen him in the blue and gold game, he's gotten a hell of a lot better. Like, I could tell you that right now, like 100%. So I personally think, like, I don't agree with the decision getting a transfer quarterback, but hey, maybe Freeman wants it done a certain way. And I respect his decision because I do trust in Freeman. I do think he is a good coach, of course. And this win right here, this victory, is really big for the Notre Dame program. Like, this is big. Like, he won the Gator Bowl last year, and then this year he won the Sun Bowl, 40-8, which that's impressive, guys. That's really impressive. If you really, you know, ask me, like that, I think that's really impressive for a second year head coach that's kind of inexperienced, you know, and to get a victory like this in a Sun Bowl, a 40-8 victory over Oregon State. I mean, that's massive, you know. And now we're 10-3. We got 10 wins, and yeah, Marcus Freeman is the first coach to ever have a 10-win season in his second year, I believe, which is really impressive on itself. And that's the reason why I think Notre Dame is headed in the right path. You know, the future is bright. The future is only getting brighter. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Comment down below as always, and be sure to hit the like button as well. Until the next one, peace out, y'all.